Well, I think we should start off with saying that we didn't put up a video last week because it was busy. We got really busy. Well, I got busy with house projects and whatnot, and you were just busy with school.
Procrastinating. Yeah.
So last week, and then it just became a thing where it's like, oh yeah, shoot, we forgot. But kind of wanted to jump on here while I had the computer on, and kind of make an announcement that we are at 1 month.
In 3 days. Wait, 2 days. But pretty much a month. We got married March 7th. It's not April 7th yet.
Yeah, you count the weeks, it's a month. 4 weeks is a month.
Okay, whatever.
It's a month.
Married a month, y'all. One month.
So 1 month of this craziness and 3 weeks in quarantine. So, we're okay.
Yeah.
For now.
We still like each other. For the most part. I think, have we had any spiffs? A little bit. Nothing too serious, I think. Within the last month.
No.
I can definitely say that I do like having him around. And, I can get used to having him home. And maybe both of us having our work at home one of these days.
Yeah.
So, especially if we want to start the ministry, I think we would both be in our own little office areas. Him in Caged Media. It'd be a nice thing. Have each other around. Because yeah, I think that's the goal, I guess, when you're married. You want to marry your best friend, but you also do need your own space and stuff like that. Which I think is why we still like each other. Because we live on the duplex property, I can go in the front, spend a little time with my dad and my nana, and then I come back here, and then I have my time with you.
Yeah.
You know, stuff like that.
Yeah. I would say that, I mean, it's something we kind of developed on our own, kind of learned on our own, which is basically we connected in a way that society doesn't really connect with each other anymore, and that's through actually talking and interacting. This morning we had a meeting with our couples class group. Yeah, thank you. And the idea of this new normal that we're going to be going into after this quarantine is something different, and honestly, a lot of the thing I think the biggest change is that spouses or partners or whatever the case may be, it's going to be a thing of forever change. They're either going to drive each other so crazy they're going to split apart, or they're going to realize, oh, this person I fell in love with, this is who this is. So there's going to be a lot of good, I think, in relationship portion that's going to come out of this, because you're stuck with your spouse. Literally, you're stuck at home. So you get to figure out new things, learn new things. You get about each other, and it's going to be interesting.
The pretty and the ugly.
Right.
Because I think something he learned about me, and probably from myself, is I see how productive he can be throughout the day and how unproductive I can be throughout the day. Because, I don't know, I get lazy, I get in my moods, and then I let my anxiety,
she sits down or lays down, and that's it.
And so...
it's a fact.
But I think I learned from him that I can use a little more structure and a schedule to actually get up and get stuff done, and then, you know, sort of my time management. I've always had problems with my time management and procrastinated. So that's one thing that I think from being home together I've learned, how much he can get accomplished and how much I should or can be getting accomplished myself. And I think being together in quarantine also, you're going to have to learn how to communicate with each other. And because you're home all day, you're going to have to talk to your spouse sometime throughout the day. So you got to communicate. And like our leaders in the group was saying, you know, It's not just, oh, my husband comes home after the day and then we catch up then. It's like you catch up a little bit throughout the day and stuff like that, which is nice because it's not just you're laying it all on the table at once and having that overwhelming conversation. So I think it's really nice to be able to connect throughout the day with your spouse and whatnot.
Yeah.
And it's not like, what did you do all day? What did you get accomplished? Well, I did this and that. Which, I mean, you can still do, but you see, like, I guess if you have kids or whatnot, you see how much your wife or your husband, whoever stays at home with the kids, actually contributes to that or what they do at home and whatnot. And be like, wow, you're stuck in the house all day doing this. Like, I stay home and care for my Nana throughout the day, so I had to leave my work or whatnot last year. And it's just like, I used to look forward to having a little bit of time outside the house. So, I guess I can see how people are adjusting who aren't used to it, and I had to make that adjustment last year, so I can really understand what y'all are going through. And then especially him, he's an extroverted person.
I was actually thinking about that. Like, to all my extroverted people, we're going crazy. And the best thing to do is just keep yourself busy as much as you can.
Yeah.
Jokingly last night, but semi-serious, she married a housewife, and that would be me. Because yesterday I spent all day cleaning, like sweating cleaning, sweeping. I mean, all of the top here. I mean, because I've been doing the construction in the bathroom, the whole house got dusty. So I went from the room out to the whole house and pretty much pulled everything apart, wiped it all down, and that's what I spent yesterday doing.
Yeah.
So, definitely a new normal for a lot of people. And I think there's also going to be a new level of appreciation for each partner or anybody in a household, because maybe the wife cleans and does everything that is supposed to be a wife's duty, and now the guy's doing it because he has nothing else to do. Mm-hmm. Even last night after I got done, I went in, took a shower, and I came back, and there was dishes in the sink, so I washed the dishes. And so it's just a thing of I think there's going to be a new level of appreciation, a new level of respect. Mm-hmm. And so really just, I would encourage partners and spouses to really keep an eye out for that. And the simple thing, she could testify to this, the simple phrase of saying thank you.
Yeah, I was just going to cover that too.
Yeah, or show little. You don't have to go and like buy gifts or flowers or anything. I mean, don't go out and do that right now. We don't want to do that. But just a simple thank you for as something as maybe washing the dishes or cooking dinner. And she can testify to it that the other night she made dinner and I said thank you. She goes, for what? And I go, for dinner. And it's something she doesn't really get often. And so I unintentional. I didn't do it just so I can get the
what do you want, like brownie points? Or?
Brownie points, yeah. No, thank you. I wasn't trying to do it to get brownie points. I said thank you because I'm thankful that she took the time and spent an hour and a half cooking.
Jeez.
Spent an hour and a half cooking. So yes, I'm thankful because the food was good.
Mm-hmm. But
the food was good. But so stuff like that. So
I think that's one of the things, just even over a month of being married, I learned saying thank you is important. I mean, he's always been good with that when we're dating and engaged and stuff anyways, saying thank you for whatever little thing. And then I think sometimes because I am not working right now and then all this other stuff, I feel like I don't contribute a lot to the partnership or whatever. But
financially.
Yeah. Oh, thanks. Whatever. But you know what I mean. Contribute in a lot of ways, and even still feeling appreciated even though I don't contribute in that way, but like something like cooking dinner, he is appreciated that. So it's nice to feel appreciated, because sometimes I do be like, I wish there was so much more I could do, and I feel like sometimes my mom was a stay-at-home mom, so I feel like she probably wishes there was more I can do, but I guess raising a kid is a big job and all that. So even feeling appreciated for the little things. So I'm really grateful that he does say thank you. And so husbands, wives, tell your partner thank you. And I make sure that I tell him thank you for all that he's done and whatnot. And wives, I want to ask you, do you tell your, or like make a point, do you tell your husband that you're proud of him? Because that's something like I've been trying to really tell him a lot, because I am proud of him and I don't want him, especially as like a husband, I think a husband wants to feel that they're a good head of the household and a good leader and stuff like that. And as a wife, you're supposed to support him and, you know, be there to talk with him about whatever's on his mind and how he feels as a leader of the relationship and whatnot. Be sure that you're telling him that you're proud of him and that he's doing a good job, you know, and if you feel like there's something he needs to work on, tell it to him in a loving way. Don't really nag at it, because that, been there,
nagging
done that.
will make us mad.
Been there, done that. And I mean, the same thing, like,
nag equals mad.
Yeah, and like even husbands nagging your wives, like either way, it's not gonna, tell each other you're proud of each other.
Yeah,
that's really key. And the thank you and you're proud of each other, that makes a load of a difference within the relationship, because I think that's when we had a lot of problems beforehand, when we weren't communicating or really showing appreciation for the other. That's when there were like bickering and arguments and such. So that's one thing I've learned throughout at least a month of marriage, is thankfulness and making sure you know that you're appreciative and proud of your spouse. And those were the big takeaways I've had for this month.
Yeah. So she asked the question of, do you? And just drop in the comments below just yes or no, and how maybe you can improve that, ways you can improve that. But I want to ask, like, one thing I want to see is where are you guys all watching from? You know, is it we're in California, probably one of the two strictest states right now in this quarantine. So where are you guys watching from? So comment that below as well. That would be awesome to see kind of where our audience is. And I mean, at the time of this video, we don't have much, but even if you're not subscribed, it would be awesome to see kind of where everybody's from, and how this quarantine is affecting you in your relationship and whatnot.
And then even if you're not married yet or even dating, like within your friendships,
friendships or family too.
Yeah. How are you handling it with them? How are you staying communicating with them and all that? Because honestly, a marriage is a friendship, and it's all friendships, all relationships need work and care, and I honestly can say I fall short on that as well. I kind of have been closed off a lot this last week or whatnot. I don't know if it's just like the anxiety within me that's been really getting to me, but
It's
that's
'cause we're
another
stuck.
point. So yeah, relationships, married, dating, engaged, friendships, your family relationships, just I hope that's all going well. And then I also know that during this time it's really hard and a lot of people are hurting. And I just want to throw out that if you go to enduringbygrace.com, leave a message there. That's my personal website for the ministry I want to start. And I want to encourage you to send prayer requests, and I want to allow a time where I can see those prayer requests and put them in like a jar or write them down in a notebook or something and just pray over that. I'll pray over it with him, or I'll pray with myself, some anointing oil, whatever it is. And I can personally reach out to you and pray with you as well through that. So I really, really want to extend that as a resource, because my whole goal is to have hope out there for the hurting. And I know the whole world's hurting. There's so much grief and so much hurt. And I know it sucks, and you're confused, and you don't know what the heck's going on in this world. So I really want you to utilize that resource and know that that's where my heart is.
And I'll put that link to that exact page, to that landing. I'll put it in the description, so check that out. But just kind of wanted to pop in, kind of give an update, kind of encouragement, kind of where we are, and then kind of, you know, get some activity with you guys as well, to see where you're from, how you're coping with this new normal. And if you're watching and you also don't have a church that you go to or any kind of encouragement in that sense, I'll put a link down to our church that's been doing virtual services. And so check that out. obviously doing a video every Sunday. So check that out and be encouraged with it being Palm Sunday today. Definitely want to check out next week's service as it's Easter service. So just want to throw that out there. But with that said, I think we'll sign out now. Kind of our encouragement there. So I'm surprised your dog is quiet.
Yeah, I'm just really quiet. We
All right.
have our co-star today. Oh no.
Bella has a hard life.
She's the one that's gonna make us famous. She's the star of the show. All right.
Anyways, bye guys.
God bless you.